Hi, it's so nice to see you here. If you haven't watched my previous video, my name is Haya. I'm a mom of two little boys. I'm Jordanian living in Turkey and dreaming about moving to New Zealand sometime in the near future. I have gotten so many questions about moving to New Zealand and living in Turkey as a foreigner. And one question that really stood out to me was, are you going to miss Turkey? Is there anything that you're going to miss about Turkey? And the short answer is yes. I came as one person to Turkey and I'm living as a whole different person. Turkey has been my home for the past 9 years. I had my kids here. I got married here. Most of my professional career was in Turkey. So in this video, I'm going to mention some things that I'm going to miss about Turkey. They maybe are different than things you have heard about Turkey from people who have visited or maybe lived here before, but this is just my experience and I would like to share it with you guys. So the first thing that I'm going to miss about Turkey is the people, the kindness of the people, but mostly is the respect they have for their elders. It's something that has fascinated me for so many years, and I wish my kids would have this beautiful trait passed on to them. So the second thing that I'm going to miss about Turkey is the healthcare system, and I'm going to be sharing this, comparing it to my experience with the United States and Jordan. I have lived in both, so this is just me comparing it to my experiences in both countries. The Turkish healthcare system is not perfect, but from my experience, and I have paid for my visits to private clinics and private hospitals, and the service I got was amazing. The hospitals were clean, the staff were amazing, and I had both my kids here, like I mentioned. For both births I had an amazing doctor, and the staff were amazing. They took care of us the whole time we were in the hospital. And so yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention is that you don't really have to be on a waiting list to see a doctor, be a professor or any kind of doctor you want to see. If you get sick, for example, in the morning and you want to see a doctor right away, you can definitely do that. You can book an appointment anytime you want, which is amazing. I have heard and I have experienced being on a waiting list or waiting in the emergency room to be seen by a doctor, especially in the United States. So it is something that I'm going to miss for sure. So the third thing that I'm going to miss about Turkey is going to be maybe funny to some people, but it's going to be a city, and it is Istanbul. Istanbul has a very special place in my heart. It is the first city I have came to live in Turkey. I started working there as a teacher. The energy Istanbul has is out of this world. Seeing the ferries, or being on the ferry, going from the European side to the Asian side or vice versa, the history, the seagulls, everything about it, like the smell of the sea there. It's Istanbul is an experience, so you have to be here to experience it. I'm going to be deeply missing Istanbul when I'm in New Zealand. So the last thing that I'm going to miss, there are so many things, but just to keep the video short, the last thing that I'm going to miss about Turkey is the Turkish breakfast. So don't get me wrong, the Turkish food is amazing. It is very similar to the Jordanian cuisine, but the Turkish breakfast is on another level because you get a lot of varieties of many things, like the different cheeses, the different olives, the different ways you can cook the eggs, the different salads, the different mezes you can have for just one meal is just fascinating to me. So I love waking up and having Turkish breakfast in the morning, and I love making it to my family. So it is something that I'm going to deeply miss when I'm not here in Turkey. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have anything different you would like to add on, please add to the comment section down below. See you in the next one.